What up, guys? T-Max here, bringing you what's cracking. This is episode 6, and today we got me, Gex Prankster, the host. We got Kuta, we got Scorpion, we got Sweet Luck. We're gonna try and bring it down from a 5-man team to a 4-man team, so there's not, as much ridiculousness going on. But so we got the 4 of us. Bunch of stuff to talk about. First off, this has been everywhere, all over the news, the internet. It's huge. SOPA, PIPA, the whole Stop Online Piracy Act.
And not the Chinese instrument.
No, that's
PIPA was a Chinese instrument. Don't look it up on Wikipedia because you'll learn a lot about China, not so much about
okay.
Internet piracy.
Let's throw it out there. But first, let's give a background toward for the people that don't know. And what is SOPA and PIPA? And let's throw it out to everybody.
Kuta, what's SOPA?
Nah, you guys tell me first. What do you think SOPA is? And I'll tell
The
you.
Stop Online Piracy Act.
Thank you for that. Okay. SOPA, basically what it is, okay, is this legislation they're trying to pass in like the House or the Congress. Not sure, not that into it, but
House of Representatives.
Anyway, they're trying to pass this law which makes it pretty much super easy for the owners of intellectual property. That basically means movie companies, music companies like Sony.
Anything that they put on the internet, basically.
Pretty much anything that gets put in the media, TV, movies, music, everything. Games, especially for us gamers, that's important. Anything like that gives them the power to shut down websites pretty much without much resistance from, like, there's not a lot of red tape, pretty much. Basically,
they snap their fingers and it's over with. Pretty
much, yeah, and like that's what they can do. Like Sony, if they say you have like one of their music videos or one of their songs on your website, they basically send a letter to somebody. They shut down your website unless you can show ample proof that you either were not knowing of it or you don't have it, which costs money, which most websites just don't have. So basically, it's going to shut down freedom of speech on the internet as we know it, and just change a lot of things that we know about, just the internet in general. Because, as we know, the internet's kind of like free. It's free. It's like the way the oceans and seas were back in like 1700s. There was no way to police all that open water.
Yeah, anybody can get on it.
Yeah, and there's no way to police the internet, and that's basically what the U.S. government's trying to do right now. They're trying to figure out some way to police the internet to make it more in line with what they believe, it should be used for. Yeah, they don't think it should be used for downloading music and movies and stuff illegally. Even that's like what it's meant for. It's meant for sharing information. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. It's meant for
as long as you're willing to go to jail if you get caught. It's okay.
Yeah. And so basically, yeah, go ahead.
This has created a huge uproar within the internet community, more so because that's who it affects. And there's been protest after protest, Wikipedia, Google, helping out with the protests and stuff. So it affects a lot of people. A lot of people would lose their jobs, and it's not good. But at the same time, I see where they're coming from. They want to protect their ass, and they want to make all the money they can from their music and their movies and all that stuff.
Instead of making $5 million per song, they want to make $5.5 million per song, because they don't want those few people who download it illegally to take from their profit margins. It's just...
Yeah, no, they're already rich. All they're gonna do is get richer.
Yeah, but let's put you in their position. You made a movie. And you made $2 million, but it got super pirated on the internet. And you could have made a lot more money if those websites were shut down. Wouldn't you be pissed?
I mean, I'd be upset, but hey, if you hand me $2 million, I'll take it, dude. I mean,
okay, but
I can live. If you hand me $2 million and you know that you could be making $12 million, you'd still take the $2 million, and you wouldn't bitch about the other $10 million.
You can live generations.
Guys, no, we're kind of getting like that's
like
a
defending
whole
it.
Other. I know. That's a whole other topic. Like, okay, imagine it from like our point of view though. We're like a small website. We're putting out information, and then some company decides they don't like what we're doing, and they can basically file an injunction with or without like lots of proof and shut us down. We're cut off completely from advertising. We're cut off completely from our provider. We have nothing we can do about it. Even if we're completely in the clear, it's shutting off our right to free speech and to be able to put things out there on the internet. If it's just something they don't like, even if it's not actual intellectual property. So you got to see it on the other side. So this whole law is kind of going completely overboard. It's not just protecting those companies from making, a couple more millions of dollars. It's going to limit what you can actually do on the internet. Exactly. And that's kind of... I'm not going to make that...
We're going to be like other countries' internets where you can only go to certain things.
Yeah, like China,
North Korea.
North Korea doesn't have internet, okay? They're basically a technology black hole.
Wasn't there a blackout there? Like, they blacked everything out?
They might have, dude.
All run within their country.
Completely
and every
different,
homepage
but-
is like Kim Jong's head popped up.
Okay, well, basically, let's go, like, what's relevant to us, as gamers. Like, okay, Eggs, we've been trying to put out videos, like, with a gameplay, commentary, all kinds of stuff. The act itself would basically completely destroy
And not
our
just
ability
us, but
to do that. Yeah,
mostly
us,
everyone on YouTube.
almost anybody. Pretty much anybody who doesn't...
YouTube would really be in trouble.
Anybody who doesn't make lots of money off of it already would not have the resources or the manpower to be able to get the legal paperwork and process for you to actually legally post something on YouTube that involves gameplay footage, music that you didn't create, anything of the sort. It would just completely destroy what a lot of us, want to do. So there's that whole side of the coin too. It's not just, protecting these companies. It's going to reshape the internet completely into a different landscape, which is
not good.
Yeah, it's not going to be free anymore, which is basically what everybody's in an uproar about. So
And for now, it was in Congress or whatever, and it didn't get passed. But it's not dead. It hasn't gone away. It's still there. It's just lurking right now. And it doesn't pose much of a threat as of right now, but it's still there, and that's what people need to remember. And there's been lots of stuff like Mega Upload got closed down, even though the bill didn't pass and stuff. I don't know. I didn't read too much about that. Kuta, I think.
Yeah, I'll fill you in real quick. I'll give you the short answer.
Anonymous, those I'm gonna call them assholes because they did shut down PSN, but
but they did it
finally
for the
using
right
their resources
reasons,
for
okay?
good.
God. Remember, when they shut down PSN, it was to tighten security within...
Make it more safe.
Yeah, because apparently Sony made it so easy for, all our credit card information to be taken. They kind of cleared it up. If you got your information stolen and used illegally, I'm deeply sorry. But for us who didn't, now our information should be safer. So it's like...
Yay.
It's kind of like the ends justify the means, sort of, kind of, depending on if you were the victim or not. But, they're not like, some completely bad group. And so
Alright,
you
so
can't
talk
just
about the
deal
Mega
with it.
Upload stuff.
Okay, the Mega Upload story, this is like a big thing. If you've never heard of Mega Upload, basically what it is, it's a file hosting website where you can use the website as storage for your own files off your computer and basically give links out to people so they can basically download the same file. Okay, it wasn't intended, like I'm putting air quotes up, intended for use in piracy, but it makes it extremely easy to, like, put up a complete movie and then have people download it off the freaking website. Okay,
I just watch in stream.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not go into that.
I'm joking.
Shut up.
Basically, okay. So SOPA hasn't passed, but the whole legislation and the tone within the government is that they're gonna start cracking down on it. The FBI pretty much grew a huge set of balls when they did this. They jumped on Mega Upload, hosted in China, but the people who were running it were doing lots of stuff in America and New Zealand, yeah. And they were jumping over what normally would be protected from international, the U.S. usually can't go and do stuff when it's hosted. They can't stop things from being
done
put out on the internet when it's done in another country.
Yeah.
And that's what PIPA is like. The majority of PIPA is there's not going to be that international boundary to protect you anymore, and so that hasn't passed it either. But the FBI, like I said, they grew this huge set of balls and they jumped on this and like they basically shut down Mega Upload. Okay, as of I think 2 or 3 days ago.
And they've charged them with conspiracy to commit racketeering, conspiracy to commit copyright infringement, conspiracy to commit money laundering, and criminal copyright infringement.
Exactly. It's pretty much what happened to LimeWire about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. But that was like bigger. That was the Supreme Court telling them you can't do this anymore. Blah blah blah. And that's a different story too. But basically,
there's another Lime something now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's Lime stuff. There's FrostWire. There's tons of crap. Anyway, basically, that kind of brings up a threat to any other website that kind of does that. And there's dozens of them. So it's not like this whole technology isn't available to us anymore. I mean, piracy's still going to go on, but it's basically the FBI in America giving a big middle finger to any company that really deals in this kind of stuff. So, and it's not like the people that run Mega Upload are completely in the shitter right now, because they have pretty good legal defenses and they got the laws pretty much on their side, sort of, kind of. It's like a gray area right now to protect them. But
do you think they're going to be the poster child for against SOPA and PIPA?
I'm not sure, because anybody who's used Mega Upload knows that they don't care about any kind of piracy on there, even though they say, it's against our terms of service, don't do it, blah, blah, blah.
They do that so they can't get, sued.
The way I see it is that if the FBI is willing to jump on Mega Upload, which is I think it was one of the top 1 or 2 trafficked websites that dealt with this kind of thing, it means that pretty much anything could be next, which is kind of scary when you're looking at, the internet being free. It's just kind of what the hell? They shouldn't be able to do that, but that's the short and answer. So.
They want to police the internet.
Yeah,
but the internet is such a huge landscape where if it's like whack-a-mole, you can knock one down, another one's just gonna pop up though.
Yeah, I like it. It's simple. Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude.
Unless they start screening every single domain that pops up.
Yeah,
which would be
if this law passed, they're gonna force Google and all the other search engines to basically do that. If the law gets passed, then it's time to be scared. But right now, I think we're still the internet's gonna be free and clear for a while now, so I wouldn't worry.
As long as Obama.
Yeah,
so if you're American,
a Republican.
And you're over 18. Go vote for Obama in November, blah, 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 blah.
I'm not really sure about his whole policy on it, but most times Democrats are more liberal in this sense, and Republicans are we're against government regulation, but if you want to do anything fun or that's against the norm, we're going to fucking stick it to you. So it's I don't know. It's a big political clusterfuck right now, and hopefully we'll keep you guys posted. Let's just go with that and to end it right now.
Any final words on the SOPA and PIPA stuff before we wrap up this part of the discussion?
I think I said pretty much everything I need to. So, like I said, we'll stay on this topic, I guess. If any big
news comes out about it,
shit goes down, we'll cover it.
We'll be there. Eggs team will be there.
But for now, we're gonna move on.
We're good.
That was just a discussion to open up the show. We're not going political and shit. I thought it was a good discussion because it's been a hot topic. You see it everywhere, and not a lot of people are informed. So maybe you can watch this and learn what it's about and what it's trying to do and stuff. So if you didn't know anything about SOPA and PIPA, you're welcome. If you want to know our opinions, you're welcome. If you didn't care, I'm sorry. Anyways. Let's move on to some gaming news, because we are a gaming podcast, but we're also a conversational podcast. We talk about whatever we want when we want. So let's start off with some gaming news. First off, we got Max Payne 3 has been delayed from May 10th or May 15th of this year all the way to 2013. That is a huge delay. At least that's what I read. I think that's correct. I should have double checked. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think it's been delayed to May.
You can write a report on it like Kuta does everything.
Well, I can let you know one thing.
Way. If the Mayans are right, we'll never know about Max Payne, so fuck it.
God. Is anyone sad about Max Payne?
Nope.
It looks okay. I've seen some stuff about it, but
nothing.
I don't know.
It's amazing.
I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. So.
Yeah, that's I I'd have to do some more research to see if I'm actually really interested in it. So.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. No, I think it is supposed to come out this year. Okay. Well,
Okay, well, we retract that whole previous statement, you know.
Well,
Yay, Max Payne 3!
I'm looking at the wiki.
It's actually gonna come out when it's supposed to.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go buy that right now.
I swear to God, I saw somewhere where it said it was delayed.
Was it Wikipedia? Because
Yeah, thank you for
can lie to
Wikipedia
you.
for clearing
Alright,
that
well,
up.
what's coming out next? Like, what's the next big thing?
Shank 2, downloadable title, will be coming out February 7th for the 10th for $10. And if you've not got the first one, I definitely recommend it. One of the only things I can complain about Shank 1 was when it came out for $15. And that's, like, for some people, they see the price and it's like, no, that's the no-go. Even though the game might be amazing, they're not going to pay $15. And I think that's what really hurt Shank 1. And but judging by why they're putting this out for $10, they've learned from their mistake, and they're gonna be like, all right, we're putting it for $10. Go check out our game. But other than that, I really enjoyed Shank, and I can't wait for Shank 2. It's gonna have online co-op this time. The first one didn't, and yeah, so this is a pickup for me. I'm definitely excited for this.
I don't know what the game's about. I've never played the first one, so can you inform me on it?
It's a side scroll.
It's a side-scrolling
platform
platform shooter, beat 'em up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It tries to put a little bit of everything into it, so
it's like actually Machete, I think it's called, the movie.
Machete. Yeah, I've seen that movie.
That might just be rachist because they're both Mexican, but I'm just
no, I think that's a good parody because he uses guns and he chops people up. And
Machete. There's comparisons.
Okay, yeah. All right. What's next?
Dead Island, a game we're all in love with. We'll have some more DLC coming out. The Colonel Ryder White campaign has been announced for February 1st for $10. Ryder White will be added as a new playable character as part of the Ryder White DLC with a story lasting several hours with twists and turns along the way. There will also be two new blueprints and weapons added to your already rather expansive arsenal. This does not have co-op, so you're probably not going to see a Let's Play of us. But
Hold on, can I ask one thing? Are we supposed to have cue cards or something? Because I'm not reading anything off of anything right now.
What?
Sounds like you're like messing up on like a
flashcard,
teleprompter or something.
No, I was trying to do two things at once.
But anyways, I think it's a little too late for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing this somewhere, but like companies are like, if the DLC is not out within 3 months after the game's released, no one's gonna give a shit about it, and I think that's the case here.
Unless you're Call of Duty, everybody buys Call of Duty.
Yeah,
yeah.
You gotta be like a huge title.
Well, Call of Duty can take you over 3 months to beat it, so that's why, because you can play that for a really, really long time. Not the story, the online.
Well, you don't really beat the online either, so it's just...
Well, by beat, I mean get to the highest possible level. That's beating a game for me. When I get to the highest possible level and beat all the main story, I beat the game.
Okay. Well, is this a buy or a pass for you guys? Like, what do you guys think?
I don't know. Probably a pass for now. I just have too much on my plate game-wise to...
It's a pass forever.
I'm reserving judgment on if, I'm going to have to look into it. I'm not just going to go buy it, so there's that, because...
Although it is interesting to know what happened on his side of the...
Oh, yeah, because it had such an awesome story.
There's lots of twists and turns along...
Yeah, but we all know how it ends.
When I see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess he dies in the end. Okay, I don't need to buy it.
Spoiler alert, yeah, because you haven't played Dead Island yet.
Fuck it. If you want to know what happens to Dead Island, we have 85 parts. Go enjoy it.
Yeah, watch the grand finale where Squirt blows us all up. It was awesome.
Yeah. DLC I am excited for is the Muppets will be coming to LittleBigPlanet 2 in the form of a new story mode. For the story mode, the kit includes all new 5 levels and 2 minigames. The plot is described as follows. The nefarious Phantom has plans to stop the Muppet Show from being a smashing success that simply will not do. With help from the new Attracto Gel and Attracto Tweak, products of the infamous Muppets Lab, it'll be up to you. It'll be up to you to make sure that it all goes off without a hitch before the last curtain falls. The kit also includes 7 new trophies, 12 new pins, and a bonus costume of Rolf the dog. The DLC is coming out January 24th for $4.99, which is this coming Tuesday. I'm pretty excited for this.
Yes, we know you are, because that's all you've been talking about.
Hey, any reason to play more Little Big Planet 2, I'm down. They released the Toy
You gonna
Story
play with your
1.
little cousin?
If you can have Muppets with instruments and start singing Queen, I'm totally down.
Galileo, Galileo.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm down. I like the Toy Story DLC. I really enjoy
Toy
it 'cause I
Story
like
was
the
really
Toy
good,
Story.
yes, it
The Toy Story. I really like the Toy Story series, and I enjoy Muppets. I'm definitely gonna pick this up and stuff. And yeah,
You're probably gonna be playing it alone.
Yeah, I say they need more Metal Gear Solid-esque add-ons, where it's awesome. And yeah.
Oh,
but
that
this is
was
another
my
thing.
favorite.
Again, a little too late. The Little Big Planet 2 has been out for a year now.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that falls in the category of like Modern Warfare. It's the online never really ends. There's going to
Does.
be endless user-created levels. So, I mean, it might get a little stale, but I think there's always going to be some innovation that it's going to
can't
keep
play
at least a handful of the devoted
Fanboys.
Little Big
players.
Planet has a dedicated community. That's what I really like.
So yeah, I think it's safe depending as far as DLC goes. I think
But they haven't
people-
released a lot of DLC for this.
Yeah, which I've been super disappointed in because Little Big Planet 1, it had something new pretty much every week, and this has been it just dragged on. It went maybe 2 months with not even
Nothing.
a costume. I was like, that was not. I don't think it was the best move for them. I think they should have tried to put out as much as
The
possible.
Toy
but-
Story DLC came out in August.
Yeah, that's.
But
I
I
don't
think
know.
the big thing that they were working on for that game was the move pack, which, to be honest, no one gives a shit about PlayStation.
No one uses.
Yeah.
So I think
That,
that's
and I also
wasted
they
time.
got the Little Big Planet for the Vita, that they're working on. So it's
I
not
don't
like
think
they
it's
haven't been
Media
working on it.
Molecule.
You sure it's not Media Molecule?
You can do your research. I'm gonna host the show.
Okay, I'll look it up sometime. They better be doing something. That's what I mean. Besides putting out DLC. 'cause
Also, I don't know why there's trophies for this and not the Toy Story thing. That kind of threw me off as well. I'm definitely gonna check this out. Any reason to play Little Big Planet, I am down for. Just do some more. Come on, maybe something every other month. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting. On to one of the biggest stories this week. Resident Evil Retribution, which is the 5th Resident Evil movie, had a trailer come out, and let's share our opinions on it real quick.
I thought it was a Sony commercial. The end.
It does look like a Sony commercial at the beginning.
It's all cool, Sony Vita. Oh, cool, look, that looks like an MP3 player. It has
Sony phone.
Oh, it's a tablet. And then, what?
Then
Okay,
it's a
now
movie.
there's zombies. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell?
I don't know. I'm excited about it. I am one of those. I don't even want to say few people because I know a lot of people actually enjoy the movies.
Yeah, tons
I like
of love,
movies.
mediocre movies based on video games. So,
Well, you're
sorry.
probably the biggest Resident Evil fan in here. So,
Mm.
what's the whole story? What's the last one had Wesker in it? Do you think he's gonna play a part? And what's the
For
chick's
sure.
name? Jill Valentine. She was in the last one.
She was in the second one.
Yeah, she was in the second one and then disappeared. It was.
No, she was in the 4th one. Post credits. They had that thing on her chest.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
I
I've only
remember
watched that movie once. I watched it the night it came out. I don't really remember what happened.
yeah, same here.
She had the thing on the chest that made you
Yeah,
forget.
yeah.
And then, what was the name of the ship called? I forget what the name of the ship was called. They had to get to the ship.
Dude, I'm drawing a blank right
The
now.
Ark?
Yeah, it was a tanker. It was
Yeah, I was
like,
I saw it once. And
yeah.
They thought it was somewhere in Alaska,
haven't had
but
a
it was
chance
actually
to,
boat.
rewatch.
let's think
but
about the
yeah,
trailer. It looks like it's gonna be back, urban environment. It's gonna be pretty awesome.
I don't know, it looks a lot different than the other movies though.
Yeah, I can see it being a lot more stylized. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be all flashing lights and
Did I don't think I ever finished watching the 4th one. Did Chris Redfield? Chris Redfield. He was in there, right?
Yeah, he was the guy from
Yeah.
Prison Break.
Did he die?
No,
So he's probably
Mm.
gonna be in this one.
he better be because I freaking love that guy.
All right, so we're gonna have Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Alice. That's her name, right? Alice.
Listen,
Yep.
And
did anybody notice? This is the biggest thing. Okay, that she's like Hispanic. She was in the first one.
red
Michelle
dress?
Rodriguez.
Yeah, she is in the newest one. Okay, is she like brought back to life somehow? Was she never dead, or did they just think we forgot about that and she's like playing a completely new character? Because I was like,
I don't even remember watching the first one. Did she die in the first one?
yes, in the first one she dies at the train at the end. She's like infected. They try to get her the antidote.
That's the
and
second one. The first one
she
was in
gets
the
turned
house.
No,
Yeah,
that's
first one. No,
the first one.
First one ends on a train. They're like trying to get out of the umbrella.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yep.
don't
I'm gonna
worry.
have to
I've
rewatch
seen it
them all.
100 times. Anyway, she's infected. They try to cure her. It's too late. She turns into a zombie, and then they shoot her in the head. I think, right? I know she's.
Oh yeah,
and she's dead.
That sounds
Okay,
familiar.
so
yeah.
what are they doing with her in this new one? I have no freaking clue. Like I saw her and I was like, wait a minute.
Is she a zombie? Like
No. She was completely human. She looked like I can't remember what.
No,
she
but you
was.
said she got shot in the head.
She was dead at the end of the first one.
Maybe she was cloned.
That's what I'm saying. Is she cloned? Is she a new character? Did they think we forgot about her dying and they're just recasting her as somebody else? No freaking clue. I just know that's what I'm most interested in. I'm like, what are they doing with that whole crap?
What's the release date for the movie? Anybody know?
Too fucking long.
I think it's fall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's gonna tie in with the next thing we're talking about, the biggest story this week.
Drum roll. Somebody find something to bang on.
Hold on, I got something better.
Ow, my fingers.
Okay, just announce it. This is taking.
That was so
I'm dying with
anticlimactic.
I know, I'm dying to announce it. What is it?
Keeping on with Resident Evil, the biggest story this week, Resident Evil 6 has been revealed. The trailer is just awesome. We'll talk about it in a second, but let's just first talk about what I have here. Most of the details about what we have so far, the information. First, let's talk about who's in the trailer. We got the star of Resident Evil 4, Leon Kennedy. We got the star of Resident Evil 5, Chris Redfield, and an unknown.
First time they're both in the same game.
And an unknown character, but the news is he's related to a major Resident Evil character, and that's all we know about that unknown guy. And all are supposed to be playable characters. They might have like different stories, like you play as Leon and then switch to Chris and then the other guy. Each character will have a partner. Leon will have Helena Harper. Chris will have some guy, and the unknown guy will have Sherry Birkin, the daughter of Resident Evil 2 villain William Birkin. The game takes place 10 years after Raccoon City incident. Is it going to be the Raccoon game? Is it a sequel?
No. There's a whole other game that's like Raccoon City something. That's a completely different game. That's.
All right. Any guesses?
Hold on, I'm not
who
done.
this-
I'm not done.
My goodness.
So it takes place 10 years after the Raccoon incident. Leon is forced to face a president transformed beyond recognition and makes his hardest ever decision, while Chris arrives in China, currently under threat of a bioterrorist attack. Let the rumors and speculation commence now.
1 billion zombies in China? Get the fuck out. Okay. God. Oh, that's it. I'm done.
That would be bad.
I was gonna ask who you guys thought the third character was related to.
Well, I
Dude,
don't know
that's
too much
so-
about Resident Evil, so.
Yeah, there's like so many characters. It could be like, oh look, they cloned Wesker. You know, he's related to him because he's a clone. I don't freaking know. Dude.
He
Well-
kind of looks like Wesker. Possibly, I don't know.
Do you know Scorp? Or are you just holding the carrot in front of the donkey right now and hoping that it bites? Because
That one.
let us know who is it. I'm dying to know.
I don't know. I just have
Oh,
speculation.
you suck. Okay.
Speculation, fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
tell me now so I can tell you how wrong you are when it
You
comes.
said you want to talk about Resident Evil 6. Talk, motherfucker.
I was thinking maybe he's related to Oswald in some way.
Ooh.
Refresh my memory. What were we talking about?
He's the dude in the wheelchair, and the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
During the trailer, he is, stabbing himself with a needle. Is he infected? Any speculation on that?
Doesn't he say that the cure to the virus is in his blood or something? Is he injecting himself with something, or is he taking blood or something?
That I don't know.
I hope it's not the cure to the virus because that means no more Resident Evil. So
Yeah, the very
let's
last
not talk about that. Capcom's got like nothing left. They need to like knock this one out of the park. So, like, I don't think we're seeing an end to this anytime.
I'm liking the game. It looks like it's gonna be like a cross between the Chris Redfield type Resident Evils and the Leon Kennedy type Resident Evils, where one's really fast paced over the top and the other one's a lot more like methodical, like slow motion, or not slow motion, slow paced. Sorry.
I'm just stoked that it's an urban setting because I'm tired of these like backwoods country
And
house
zombies.
areas.
Zombies
Yeah,
are back.
Zombies. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
freaking worms coming out of their face and like crap. That's what I've been waiting for. And I'm
So
happy with
you
that.
said this is the first Resident Evil that they're both in. How about a little backstory about both the characters? Like what Resident Evils are in, what's their kind of story? Because the president thing with Leon.
Yeah, he
and
works
then,
for like I think he was Secret Service.
He was
or
a
something like
bodyguard
that.
or something?
Originally,
for
he
the
was
daughter?
a police officer. No, originally in Resident Evil 2, he was a police officer, like first day on the job, Raccoon City, and that's when the outbreak happened. And then after that, he eventually got involved in the higher ups. He's like, I know he's close to the president because he found that her daughter in
In Resident Evil 4, yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
was working for him.
he was working like directly.
He was
on
hired
her, so-
to find her.
So yeah, he probably has a lot, to do with all that stuff. But
And in the
I'm not
trailer,
sure about the other guy.
in the
Chris.
trailer, the president is a zombie. So
Yeah, and I'm like, hard decision. He's a zombie. Shoot him. It's like, there's no.
what about the daughter? Is there anything? What happened with the daughter at the end of Resident Evil 4?
Not sure. Never finished it. So.
Yeah, I never finished it either. I bought it on
Wait,
PSN. They
sorry.
released it. Never
Leon was he was part of the police force in Raccoon City in the second game.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, did you? Okay. I was zoned out trying to think about it. I was like,
No, I'm just not so sure what happened after
what
that. Like between that and 4, and then after 4, because it was a movie too. It was Resident Evil, I think, Degeneration, where it starred Leon Kennedy, and he was heading.
Oh yeah. I have
trying
that
to-
on Blu-ray as well.
Yeah, amazing. You guys should watch it. It's like, I think that's better than any of the other Resident Evil movies. So just.
Well, it's more true to the games. It's not like.
Yeah, it's not random. I'm Alice. Blah blah blah.
I'm a
like,
creative character
come
for the
on.
movie.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. So I think you should definitely.
But I like the way they did that for the movie, keeping it a little bit separated, and then kind of like
Integrating
Well,
the
throwing
other
take
character.
too many liberties with it. That's the way I think of it. It's just, it's, I don't know.
So we talked about
It-
Leon. How about
it's kind of getting a little derailed.
let's
Yeah.
talk about Chris Redfield a little bit. So Leon was in Resident Evil 2 and 4, and now he's going to be in 6. So I'm going to assume Chris Redfield was in 1 and 3 and 5. Definitely
he
5, I
was in the
believe.
first game. Yeah, he was in the
because
first
he was
game.
part of the original Stars team that responded to the whole mansion crap.
Now he was in 5 too, with Sheva.
And I think he had something to do with the Code Veronica stuff. Like I didn't play much of that. There's like a lot of spin-offs and stuff, and I'm not really.
Yeah, he was in Code
not
Veronica
kept
too.
up with it.
It was on the Dreamcast, right? I think I remember playing that. I know he was in it, but I don't
know
remember
it's on
if he
PlayStation
played it or
2 as well. But I'm not sure. I really couldn't tell you too much about Chris Redfield. So.
not. Yeah, because that's where he's trying to rescue Claire or whatever. Yeah, that one was
Yeah,
on
there you go.
Dreamcast. That was like one of the first Resident Evils I played, and then I went back and played the other ones.
So what happened at the end of Resident Evil 5 again? He killed Wesker? Or did
Yeah,
Wesker
him and
escape?
Sheva kill Wesker. They knock him into a volcano and shoot him with a bazooka. So.
Okay, I played it. I just don't
Wow,
remember.
like the volcano wouldn't kill him.
Yeah.
Do you think Sheva's going to make an appearance? Probably not. She's in Africa and stuff.
I don't think so. Like, I don't know.
I don't see why they'd have a reason to bring her back.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna try and stick with the main stead characters, which there's
Yeah,
already
I'm-
too many of them. So it's
They're tying up loose ends in this game for sure, so it's probably going to be a lot more
because I think the last 2 Resident Evil games have kind
a
of
lot more reminiscing about the past games, like
Yeah,
the actual
that's what
core
I'm super
games.
Excited about. So
I got to re-buy the 5th one and play it. We should do a co-op Let's Play on that. And there goes my dryer. Let's all listen to music.
Can't hear it.
Alright, fuck it then.
this gets
Um,
flagged third party, music.
If you hear it, you hear it. It's a nice little jingle in the background. So what would you like to see in this game? Them tie
I
up
saw
loose ends?
everything I wanted to see. Like I saw the video and that was enough. I'm like, oh my god. I love
Automatically getting it.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna go pre-order that.
Online
right away.
co-op for sure. They're probably going to have it. They had it in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, I doubt they'll
Oh
take
yeah, I can see that happening, as every character seems to have a
a little buddy.
little buddy. Yeah, that's. I don't see them taking that out because that was probably one of the reasons that I replayed that game so much.
Yeah.
I hope it's a lot more horror like the old Resident Evil games though. The
Yeah.
other ones, I don't know if it's the co-op that like kind of takes away from the whole horror thing, or just like it not being zombies anymore.
Well, I think it was a combination of not being zombies, it being in like a rural environment. There weren't a lot of like, cities where something could be coming around the corner every few seconds.
Yeah.
It was a lot of big open expanses. It was daylight for a lot of it. It's just they took away a lot of the horror elements and tried to replace it with action elements, which is it's okay, but it's not Resident Evil. So it's like I want to hear zombies like around the corner and through that door. Yeah, I want it completely pitch dark, and that's what I want in a Resident Evil game. So.
I remember what were the spin-off series? They had like a part 1 and a part 2 of Resident Evil where it wasn't actually anything to do with the actual game.
Oh, like Resident Evil Survivor and they had a Resident Evil, I think Overkill or something for PS2. They had a bunch of spin-offs, dude. Capcom milks their franchises for everything.
That was my next question. What does the new game, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Where does that fit into everything?
I'm not sure, I haven't really researched, but if it's in Raccoon City, which was nuked at the end of Resident Evil 3, it has to take place either during the initial outbreak stage that happened in Resident Evil, like 2.
Thanks for saying that, because that was the name of the game that I was talking about, Outbreak.
Outbreak, okay, yeah. And so it has to be like a major prequel, and I think this one they're just focusing a lot. It's not going to be, I don't think it's story driven at all. I think it's all action gameplay, multiplayer, because I think you can play as a zombie or something. I'm not sure. I'm just not super excited about that one. It looks subpar, especially when compared to, graphically and everything compared to all the other Resident Evils. It's like, yeah, pass. So
I'm looking at it right here. It comes out in March this year, and it's part of the Resident Evil series, being set around the same time of Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Yep, there you
go. The 2 Resident Evil Outbreak titles.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, this is for the PSP game, sir?
No, the Operation Raccoon City.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. The Outbreak games, I don't know if it was just from me playing them when I was, 10 years old, but those ones scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, that's probably because you were 10 years old. So. You have horrible parents for letting you play M-rated games back then, too.
Oh, man. Code Veronica X was the very first one I played. It was like when the Dreamcast came out. I think I was 9 or 8.
Would you like to see an HD collection of Resident Evil? I mean, they did re-release Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica on PSN. But would you like to see 2, 3, maybe 1? Actually,
I think it's too dated.
Those came with
the only ones that they could actually make would probably be Code Veronica, the Outbreak games. They could probably bring back.
Yeah.
Zero, they could probably bring back. Dead Aim, I'm looking at it right now. I don't remember playing it, but I remember watching videos of it. I don't remember playing it. Is that the one that's on the boat? Are they on a cruise ship or something?
I think so. I think that one you play it with the light gun, the actual gun attachment, and it plays more like a rail shooter. I'm not sure. I think I have it. I'm not positive. My brother played it more than I did. So
yeah, light gun game. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cruise ship and yeah.
Yeah,
I remember watching videos.
I don't want to see any more HD releases for games like that because it's just the control scheme's dated, graphics completely dated, everything's kind of it's too old. They're not classic enough, iconic enough. I mean, they're iconic, but they're not.
I prefer to them just go a little bit further, try to reconnect with the roots in the newer one because I like the older ones. I can't play them with the graphics that they're in. It's not as fun as it was back then.
You can actually buy Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 on PSN, and Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica all on PSN right now. I actually have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 all from PS Plus.
For every time somebody bought it.
I
had
Sony
them too,
sponsors
but I never got to
me,
play 'em.
and that's why I promote them so much. It's because they sponsor me, they give me money, and I just
it's
give
totally not
good
really.
word of mouth. I wish, but Sony, if you're listening, hit me.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
give us something. God.
It's free publicity.
Unless SOPA passed, then we couldn't do any of this, really. So.
So that's about it for this week. Talked about everything. This is gonna be a huge year for Resident Evil. A game, 2 games, and a movie.
I bet they were planning this.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence.
You sure?
Maybe it was. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're a zombie fan. You definitely have a lot of stuff to look forward to. And,
Walking Dead starts up soon. Sorry.
Yeah, there's.
I had to bring that up. So.
Is zombies that's for next week. We're gonna talk about zombie shit is just overdone with.
No, never get old.
Shut up. We'll save it for next week. So I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week with another What's Crackin'. If you haven't already, please subscribe and keep locked for a lot of content coming out. We've recorded a couple Let's Plays. We're gonna keep pumping those out. So
Yep.
Thanks for keeping
Bless us.
One more shameless plug. Kuta is gonna be coming out with his own channel. It's How to Fry an Egg. It's gonna be a series of short videos.
Shut up, dude.
So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
A perfect fried egg.
It's gonna called Into the Frying Pan. It's gonna be the name of the
Yeah, there we go. It's gonna have little or nothing to do with actual eggs. In case you were turned off by the title.
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you for watching. See us next week. Peace out.
Yeah, peace.